Hey guys, welcome back to another What If. This is What If Deku ate the Gura Gura fruit part 2. Due to feedback, I've tried to make myself a little bit louder. Give me some more feedback, some more stuff I could improve, and I'll try and act on it as much as possible. So anyway, just to quickly clear up the things. So Deku has just done the hero exam, so he's walking home after doing the hero exam, and then he gets home, then he falls asleep, and something weird happens. He has some reminiscence, and when he's sleeping, no, he has a dream. Sorry, not a reminiscence. This dream was, first of all, it was a dream of liking and subscribing to the legendary channel, which is Jimbob7294. So if you haven't done that already, it helps me out a bunch. Sorry, I've got to do the shameless plug. So anyway, he has a dream about a man with a white mustache and a white cloak and, well, lots of scars on his body. This is, of course, Whitebeard. He's having a dream about Whitebeard, who's sat on a golden throne, and this is also followed by a shaded figure of Blackbeard. And the reason he's shaded is because Whitebeard is going to be the main one to guide him throughout the use of the Gura Gura fruit. This is because he's used it the most. He's mastered it, I think. We don't quite know if he's an awakened devil fruit user or not, but he's mastered it in my books. So he's the one that's basically been telling Deku what to do. So when I was like cosmic circumstances, it was Whitebeard that told him what to do. He also told him not. He's also now talking to him. Basically, what he's doing is explaining his devil fruit a little bit more to Deku, so he understands it. And he's also teaching him some moves, which will come apparent later. And yeah. So anyway, Deku now has got the feedback from the hero exam. And the feedback is that he passed with flying colours. He actually came first, which is good for him because he wants to be a pro hero and that. So anyway, Deku then he decides to actually go to UA after a couple of days of resting and relaxation after the hero exam. Also, every night he has these. Every other night he has these dreams and he learns more stuff about the Gura Gura fruit, but there's only so much he can learn without actually using it, and using it in battle, more importantly, because it's a very battle-based fruit. Like, I can't see why Earthquakes could be any more useful unless he wanted to power summit. He could power summit really well because the waves could push the turbine, and then basic electricity creation. Anyway, I don't know why I mentioned that. That's really irrelevant. But let's go back to the plot. So anyway, Deku, he's heading to school, and I don't know why I said that like something's gonna happen. Literally, he just heads to school, and I did it again. And he goes into class hoping that he doesn't see the person that called him out, which was Ida, and hoping he doesn't see Bakugo because, Bakugo's just not nice, is he? So anyway, it turns out both of them are in his class, as you know. But that's when after he confronts that, he hopes it's a dream, but no, it's not a dream. And that's when, luckily, Uraka comes in to make his life better and basically says thanks for saving me, which is nice. Anyway, so they all start having casual conversations like you usually do until Deku feels someone peering behind his back. That's, of course, Aizawa, tired as always, drained, and a little bit angry that the students have the audacity to talk in his lesson. That's when they all get told to sit down, so they do. So, I just realised I left my water across the room, so great. Anyway, so Aizawa starts to explain to them about the day. He starts to explain that being a hero isn't easy, and this will hopefully prepare you. And then he says, well, everybody get ready to go down to the courtyard and get on your gear. That's when Uraka asks, oh, what about the orientation? Sorry, I forgot the word there. Aizawa's like, would a real hero have orientation? Anyway, now it's time to explain the hero placings, because I've not explained the exam results. So, Deku, of course, came first, killing the most amount of robots and also getting the most amount of hero points. This is quickly followed by Bakugo, and the rest stay the same, with Shoto, Momo not actually getting exam results due to getting in by recommendation. Anyway, so All Might is now not overlooking the meeting due to his increased interest in Deku not being there, because he's no longer the holder of One for All. But Deku does do something smart with his quirk, because Aizawa, of course, knows his quirk is Tremors. He knows that he can push it upon an object, but that would completely crush the ball. And he also knows that he can do it to his surroundings, but how can that help him launch a ball dead far? So what Deku does, he gets a controlled Sphere, and rather than forcing he learnt this increased Quake control from Whitebeard himself, so rather than forcing the Quake onto him, onto the ball, breaking it, he forces it, he uses it to push against the ball and kind of create tremors in the air that push along the ball, and this causes the ball to go quite far, but just about the same distance as if he used as Bakugo, really. That's because he loses control over the ball, and he's scared if he loses control of the tremors, it could end the whole school to be crashed down, depending on how strong his tremors are. So anyway, he decides to be happy with the results, which he is. So, Deku, he ends up walking out with a perfect score on the throwing, or the second highest, because he beats Bakugo but loses against Uraka. The next is the race, which he doesn't really have out that he can help himself on. So to that, he just gets basic, but he gets pretty basic. He gets pretty high because he can beat Mineta and Momo due to them not really having transportation quirks. The next is the bouncing between two objects, and he gets basic on that one. And basically, he gets basic on all the others, and that's because he's just above average strength because of how much he's been working out and all that. But in terms of Devil Fruit, he doesn't actually have that much Devil Fruit that supports his body yet, though that will change due to yeah. So anyway, where do I go from here? The Aizawa exam is complete, and he actually comes. We'll go dead last place because Mineta had a better overall average, but Aizawa sees he actually sees potential in Deku due to how inventively he used his quirk at the beginning, and decides to not kick him out of UA. Oh,